The best way to get better at programming is to practice. And in this example, what we're going to be doing is looking at the switch operator. The switch operator is something that not all languages have, but the C language has had since the very early days. So it's a common thing that we're going to see in a lot of places. Now, as always, this file is available for download from the link provided below. We'll give you a few seconds so you can download it and start on your own. You can pause this video and try it on your own and check your answer, or you can simply follow along. All right, so let's get started. What we're looking for is a value to say what day of the week it is. Now, this is not the only way to do it, but it's a way to do it, so this is what we're going to show. Notice I have a number day, and I have a CN where we're asking what number of the day this is. It should be between 1 and 7. So what I'm going to do is set up a switch statement. I'm going to say switch, and notice I have some things that are given to me automatically by Visual Studio. What are we switching on? Well, this is going to be the variable that we're going to test. So we're going to use number day. That's what I have up above. All of our statements are going to be based inside of this block of the curly braces. So I'm going to put in here first case, and then I need to specify what the value is. In the first example, it's going to be a 1. So case 1, then I'm going to put a colon. Notice that this shifts it back. That's all being done by Visual Studio Code. You don't have to worry about that. Now, what happens if the number day is 1? Well, in this case, we're going to say cout, and the first day of the week is going to be Sunday. Indel. Next, we're going to say break. Now, this break is really important because this breaks us out of the switch. Next, I'm going to put case 2. And now we're going to see why that break is so important. One of the interesting things about C and C++ is without the break, we're going to keep on running everything inside the switch, even if it's inside of a different case. This is something that is not completely unique to C and C++, but not every language handles the switch the same way, if they even have the switch. So we have to remember that break. Otherwise, we see all the different couts. Now, we're going to go ahead and do Monday. We're going to keep on doing this for case 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now that these are done, a couple of quick comments on this. Number 1, your cases do not have to be in order. So you could have done 1, 3, 5, 7, 6, 4, 2, for example, if you wanted to. However, putting them in order usually makes logical sense, so I always recommend it. Number 2 is your cases are looking for exact matches. So if you had 1.1 or if you had 3.14, those would not match. Okay, so it's looking for exact matches. This makes it really good for doing when you have a set potential value, but really bad, for example, if maybe you have grades and you want to check, what grade it is, because then you have to do a bunch of different cases. Finally, you might be asking, well, what happens if they put an 8 or 12 or -7? Well, that's where this default comes in. The default is kind of a catch-all. What happens if a case was not met? And so we'll simply say cout, that value is not valid. All right, let's go ahead and run this just to test it real quick. What day of the week is it? We'll say 4, comes up as Wednesday. That's what we expect. We're happy. Test this again. 1, Sunday. That's correct. We're happy. Let's test an invalid response. 18. That value is not valid. That's what we expect. That's good. Let's test one more with a negative just for good measure. That works as well. So switch statement is a really good and easy to use tool, something worth looking into if you haven't used it before. If you like this video and want to continue to get better at programming in C and C++, please check out the rest of this series. And please consider subscribing to the channel.